sadly, yesterday we forgot to turn on our VPN. Usually my VPN starts at the beginning when I launch my operating system, when I launch my computer. I don't know why it didn't launch yesterday, but I didn't check and didn't notice. And so we didn't get to have a VOD for yesterday's stream. It's really sad. We only had like maybe 2 hours or less than 2 hours of Seance of Lake Manor yesterday, but we did get a lot done. So for VOD watchers, for people who didn't watch it live, let me try to do a quick recap of what we did. So I think yesterday's stream, where did we start yesterday's stream? I think here in Mr. Scarrett's room. We started in Mr. Scarrett's room. We had just finished basically snooping around in Mr. Scarrett's room. We found his tarot cards. And so we talked to some people about the tarot cards. We actually talked to all of them. Mr. Scarrett got a tarot reading that basically implied that he's going to have to make a big sacrifice involving maybe maybe taking his own life. And it also has to do with like passing down wealth or passing down a legacy to the next generation. We found out about that this stylized ring that was in locker number 11, which was in the possession of Evelyn Dean, this ring, it would belong to Darcy's husband. Darcy's husband named Cecil. I think his name is Cecil. And it's highly implied through conversations with Darcy and other people that Darcy's husband probably cheated on her with Evelyn Dean. And Evelyn Dean, he was resizing this ring for Evelyn Dean. What else? We eliminated a lot of the people that could have been in the fight with Evelyn Dean in the hedge maze. Basically, it's down to 2 people now. It's O'Meara and Scarrett are the 2 people that could have had the fight and argument with Evelyn Dean in the hedge maze. We talked to a lot of people about the Cross of St. Bridget and like tried to... I thought the conversation topic to try to find the person to represent St. Bridget for Lloyd Dupre's ritual would be triggered by talking about St. Bridget. But I talked to everybody I could about the Cross of St. Bridget, even the earlier version of one, and I guess I'll talk to it about Dupre, but it's all about just who hung them up, which staff member hung them up, and we already know it was Joyce, the housekeeper, but talking to her, no matter what I try, I wasn't able to get her to or ask her to be part of our ritual, and she's really against the ritual stuff, so maybe I have the wrong person. Just in time for the recap, yeah, we lost our VOD for yesterday. I'm so sorry. We had a conversation with the Callahans, the aunt and nephew. We tattled on the nephew and told his aunt that he was talking with Evelyn Dean behind her back. He was planning to train her or mentor her or something in magic, and she got really pissed off. Mr. Scarrett is willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, suicide, to achieve his goals. We met for the first time the 2 Asian ladies, Lau and McLeod. We learned that Ivy McLeod is young, maybe 18 or 20 or something. I think she's in her 20s, early 20s. And she has a chaperone here with her, which is Lau. Victoria Lau. They are very close. There almost seems to be something like a lesbian thing going on. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I did get a little bit of that vibe. Lau's husband has passed away. She's a recent widow. And Ivy McLeod has the second sight. The gift of second sight, an ability in foreknowledge and foresight in Scottish tradition where she can see the future. And she's very, very talented in this second sight, but ever since she came to Lake Manor, she hasn't been able to use it. It's been cloudy. Something's been blocking her second sight. We talked to Coventry a little bit. Introduce ourselves to Coventry. He has stained hands and dusty clothes for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I feel like maybe he's been crawling around in chimneys and stuff, setting up those sigils. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, when we went to the back garden, we saw Walter Blake. We think it's Walter Blake. Someone watching me from a window in the Blake family residence. We attended a talk by Fiad Callahan. She really doesn't want this seance to go through. She thinks it's dangerous, and there's a spiritual that she's worried about the spiritual aftermath of the seance. And now we're getting to the last thing we did yesterday, which was we snooped around. We talked to Omira for the first time. We snooped around in his room. He's obsessed with angels. Mr. Omira had a recent brush with death, or frequently has a recent brush with death, where he's like basically trying to kill himself almost to try to bait or lure this thing. I think it's a fae. I think it's a fae slash fairy. This spirit that he sees. Where's his journal? Yeah. Oh, he's supposed to meet with McLeod at 7 p.m. today. There's a code here, which I don't think we used yet. Where is... Did we use 1583? Oh. Have you tried to tell the second sight user to use that sigil that protects them from magic? It's not exactly a sigil. I wasn't able to do that. There's no option to do that, as far as I know. But that's not a... Maybe I can talk to her about this? But as from what I understand, this thing is not exactly a sigil. It's a charm. And the charm is included in Darag Hunter's mystery. Because he has the materials for making the charm in his safe in the stables. The charm, you have to... it's to prevent a target opponent or target user from using their magic to affect you. I don't think it would work on like an environmental aura dampening thing. It's specifically like you put it, you hide it near a person, and they can't use magic to hurt you. I don't think it would work for McLeod. Where else? Okay, Omira is shady as fuck. He's super sketchy. He's trying to capture a fae, which he thinks is an angel. Oh, this is the code. We used the code already here in his lockbox. He's trying to use a soul jar, which we haven't. We can discuss soul jar with these three people to catch a fae. Pages on Enochian magic. I don't remember anything about Enochian magic. Something sketches of something labeled my angel. Yeah, he like claims to see this when he's like almost killed himself. Okay. With the fight, we've narrowed it down to two people. It's either Scarrett or Omira. I actually tried to check the size of Omira's shoes, and they were shoes in his closet, in his bedroom, but it didn't tell me, like the game didn't tell me whether or not his shoes were medium size or not. Which sucks. We can try Scarrett's bedroom and see if we can get shoe size on him. Right now we have to confront Omira because we have a theory on Omira. Omira's theory is... What does it say? Oh. Cathal Omira's goal is to summon an angel and trap it so that he can stop risking his life to see it. He thinks it's an angel. No. So we're going to try to confront Omira. Timetable. What do we know here? Housekeeper's in the atrium. Hunter's going to be in the walled garden. Dupre's in the walled garden. Doyle's at the bar. I don't think I've ever even been to the bar. Where's the bar? Wait, what? Where is the bar? Yeah, I don't think I've ever found it yet. Maybe the bar is not open. I don't know. I don't think the bar is open. Okay, another thing we want to try is lucid dreaming. That's a big thing that we want to try. Okay, do we know where Omira is right now? Where am I here? Let's go talk to Hisham. I haven't talked to Hisham very much at all. Wait, isn't she here? Is she down here? Hello? The mass ball is this evening at 9 p.m., yeah. The design on her necklace is reminiscent of cracked porcelain. A headdress of some sort. Tired eyes. She looks tired, as if she hasn't slept well in a long time. So she's also a dreamer? Charcoal smudged hands. There are dark smudges on her hands. Perhaps she has been drawing. Hold on. Save.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
Have you been drawing? Ah, the charcoal, yes. It gets everywhere. It's useful for sketches of artifacts, shading to manipulate the values of light and dark and bring life to a still image, but still, to never match the real thing. Do we have a mask? We do not have a mask for the ball, as far as I know. They mentioned about masks, but I don't think I have one. I don't remember seeing one anywhere, either. Soul jars. Does the term soul jar mean anything to you, Mr. Hisham? Well, it's not technically my field of expertise, but they are jars used to capture the essence of living beings. Not all of them, of course. Soul jars were part of funeral rites in the East, and no real-world effect. But I suspect here you're asking about the magical type I outlined. Strange device. I haven't really talked to anybody about this. Have you noticed the strange device in the atrium? Eventually, I didn't notice it under the stairs until one day I saw a few guests gathered around it. They had noticed its gauge increasing and were wondering why. I did not care, so I left them to it. Ah, it was increasing as more and more guests arrived at the manor and intended to go to the seance. I can barely talk to her. Oh, it's because I'm not on everything. I was like, what? I can barely talk to her about anything. Necklace, discuss. Your necklace is unusual design. It's made from pottery I've excavated. The pottery was not actually old or valuable, a modern pot covered in countless sandstorms. I wear it to remind me to stay in the present. There is beauty to be found here as much as in the past. Something I find myself struggling with these days. I don't know if there's a point in discussing this with her. Might as well. I've had some strange dreams while I've been staying here. This place, it gets too easily into one's head. I haven't tasted a good night's sleep in a very long time. But she doesn't really say much more. What happens if we discuss timetable? We haven't discussed this. What are your plans for Saturday? Oh, so if you talk to people about timetable, they will tell you what they're doing. And then you that's one way to get their schedule. Well, I do not think I can miss the ball this evening. I want to know what's considered to be a party over here. Until then, I'm interested in the history of the manor. So I will attend the Marquess's talk at 11. Wait, what? This is... Okay, it's already past 11. It's already 4 in the afternoon. And I'm meeting Mr. Omira for lunch at 1. As for tomorrow, social obligations aside, I intend to explore the manor. Quite an interesting building, and so large. I'm sure it holds many secrets. I hear the graveyard is opening up, too. I may pay it a visit around 11. Graveyard? And of course, I do not think I can miss the seance.
I'll leave you be.
Okay, so that's a new tech. If you ask people about the timetable, they will just tell you what they're gonna do. So now you see we have basically like what she's doing. Wait, what? Drawing room. Yeah, she's attending the talk. She's gonna be at the ballroom. She's going to the graveyard. Where's the graveyard? Undiscovered map location. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, what is she doing down here, though? Maybe if I try to open the door, she'll say something? There's not much you can talk to her
I'll
about.
leave you be.
May Allah.
She feels like a pretty side character. She's Muslim. It's locked and hasn't been open in a while. Yeah, nope, nothing. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Talking in future term about past tense. Past events, yeah. It doesn't like check if it doesn't check if the time's already up. The time is already passed.
Hello.
Anything here? What if I can't talk to her about the charm. I was gonna check to see if I could talk to her about the charm. Okay.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care.
Can we check the library? We have not really done any research in the library so far. And there's probably a lot of topics to research. Ooh.
Idiots and
Quinn is here.
fools, all of you.
I haven't talked to Quinn yet.
What did
I need
you
to meet
think
her.
would happen? That nobody would mind. That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you. And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years. But at least the caskets were nice. And you never even saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards! What damnable stock we are!
What is she talking about? Is she talking to herself? Yeah, she's talking to herself. Is she mad at Evelyn? I feel like she's got to be mad at Evelyn. The library is their internet, yeah. Quarantine Quinn, a brooch, striking brooch worn around the collar. A scar on her hands and face. Multiple scars as if she suffered several different accidents and injuries. Pen in pocket, its varnish is worn around the grip. She uses it often and probably for long periods of time. Okay.
If you'd hold a moment, I'm just looking for something.
Are you all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago,
Oh.
but now it's nowhere to be found.
The book! The book on sigils.
Without it, without
The
it,
open and
I
close
can't.
book.
Would you tell me if you see it? It's
No,
a book on local
never
land
mind.
records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless another guest has taken it.
Local land records from late last century. There was someone that I had a conversation with that said they had a lot of books in their apartment about stuff. I think it was Barbosa who said that. She's looking for her father.
I'll see.
I hope I'm remembering this correctly.
What?
I'll see what I can do.
What? I can't talk to her?
What? Listen, sir, I don't want to.
I'll see.
Okay. Where's Barbosa's stuff? This is Barbosa. Right? This is Barbosa's stuff. Or should I look for it around here? Maybe I can look for it in the library. But she's already looking for it in the library. Miss Quinn was used and cast aside by Miss Dean to further her own agenda. Find her book. Looking for a book on local records. Okay. Religion, Blake history. Medical codes, that's done. I don't need it anymore. She had a miscarriage. Irish mythology, Blake history, Irish history, world history, flora and fauna, medicine. What do I need to research? I don't have a written down list of research topics. Sciences, psychology. Tomes on the mind and its workings. I see titles in asylum, mental disorders, and phrenology, along with books on stoicism, existentialism, and nihilism. Is there anything I want to look up? This doesn't cost time. Dreams are a part of the sleep experience and active ways to process one's experiences of that day. They are often abstract and sometimes surreal and range from pleasant to frightening. Psychologists and scientists are still trying to understand the true nature and depth of the subject, but as with any mystery, it has drawn its fair share of enthusiasts who find meaning in the symbolism involved. Since dreams are mercurial and often soon forgotten after sleep, many people turn to lucid dreaming to better control. Look up lucid dreaming. Nothing right now, I think. I already know what I need to do. I just need to go try and do it. You have a link to the Self Wound Fearless deck. An old one, maybe? Not. But it probably hasn't changed much in provisions. It would be a GN Self Wound Yulin deck. This is an old one. It's 2 provisions over. Probably from Golden Necker and from... maybe from Golden Necker twice. Oh, Golden Necker once and Sigrifa's right once. You're welcome. Archaeology, geography. Land records. Would that go under any of this stuff? Irish mythology, Irish folklore, spiritualism. Okay. I'm going to go out and go check Barbosa's room. I need to write this down. Barbosa's 17. Okay. There is someone on the other side. We can't do that right now. Then let's go try to do a lucid dream. Can I do a lucid dream at 4 p.m.? Let's go see. "31 minutes. Okay. Halix, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Rope Club. It's peaceful. I can feel my eyelids getting heavy. It seems like music can be used to help me get into the right state of sleep, to have some lucidity during it. It's possible I could return to that strange nightmare I had on my first night here. Given that so many people seem to be experiencing it, I can't rule out the possibility that something of use to my investigation is buried somewhere inside of it." There, a visual anchor. If I want to explore the shared dream, then this is the best I have to represent it. Miss Dean's journal. Now to sleep. I say as if this isn't an insane idea, but if it works, I may learn something more about this dream by the time I awake. Okay. We're back. The giant monster antlers. Am I back in the dream? Oh, the footsteps. The angels. They're gonna turn, aren't they? The handprints on the walls, they keep going all the way up, too.
A painting. In the place of the sigil from before.
1897.
That's Sackville Street. Back in Dublin. God, I miss Dublin. It is so simple compared to this place.
Okay. God, sometimes this game is scary. Like Outer Wilds sometimes has some scary moments. The fireman.
Why is there a picture of my club here?
My club?
I wonder if I can find it.
What's that bell ringing sound?
Perhaps beyond this.
My brother? Eamon?
Eamon, you dog. Pull up a stool and I'll already,
No, he's dead, dude.
no,
This isn't right. This isn't him.
this isn't right. This isn't him. He's gone.
Oh! Wait, Miss Dean is here? And there's like a spirit. It's the thing that was hammering on the anvil. I think. It looks a little bit skinnier or leaner than that thing, but it has like the same height, the same antlers. She's speaking Celtic.
I just want to go.
Just want to go home.
Every door, every window, every corridor leads to the Seance.
Is she maybe currently dreaming right now as well?
Is so close,
Yes.
just behind one more lock.
Maybe she's also dreaming right now.
Come to the Seance.
She's speaking to me.
Help me find the way out.
Oh, getting pulled back. What were those? What were those figures in black? They were like ghosts or spirits or something
Miss
in the
Dean.
hallway.
She's gone. I'm awake. But it worked. I dreamt. It was the same as before, but it was as if I was seeing what was behind the dream. I saw my family. My home. Dublin. But why? I was trying to find these things. They felt so close. Just behind the next obstacle.
My brother.
Waiting for me at the bar. I might have wandered forever searching for them. Certainly it felt that way. Had Miss Dean not shown up. Or the presence behind her. That presence spoke true, Miss Dean, I believe. Did it conjure her too? As it did the images of home.
I wonder if that's what she was following in the hedge maze. There's the painting of the Dublin Street on in my bedroom, like straight in front of us.
Does it want me, or rather all of us, experiencing this dream to attend the seance? Or is that as far as it can get on its own journey out of this place?
Shadowy figure. Evidence, the dream, lead, the dream, search for change.
Something is different here.
The paintings are here. Both paintings are here. The one of Eamon and the one... Dream lucidly, search for change, buried messages, shadowy figure. A large shrouded figure I have felt around the manor. Within the dream, I saw the shadowy figure. What was the dream trying to tell me? Contains buried messages of my home used to invoke feelings of longing that are being manipulated into making me and others want to attend the seance.
Amen.
Altered reality?
This wasn't here before. That image has the dream. Changed it here.
Has it altered reality, or has it just messed with my
Changed how
brain?
I see this place. Am I only seeing this now because the lucid dreaming has opened my eyes to what is being shown to me?
Huh?
It's changing back.
Yeah,
It hasn't altered reality.
the dream lingered a while, like a
Like a slow waking.
That's why some people have like forgotten things and it's cloudy for everybody, and they don't like. For example, Omira forgot about Dean for a little bit until we mentioned her.
Bled into the here and now,
It bled in.
if only for a while.
But you
Would
can
longer
snap people
sleep
out of it.
resulted in the change lasting longer, or maybe staying here for more time. What else is the dream changing that I am not aware of?
Your perception is your reality. Yeah.
It has faded back to its original image, but for a brief moment, the image from my dream carried across the display. Is this a painting of Dublin? Why is that all the way over here?
Hey, Fusion.
It has faded back to its original image, but for a
Okay. Fireman.
This is the fireman.
This painting
The
also.
club I attend. It has faded back to its original image, but for a brief moment.
So is this like
the image from my
fantasy
dream
reality thing, or
carried
actually
across the-
ghosts and stuff in game? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. Like, what's your question? There's mysticism, magic, ghosts, spirits, specters, and stuff in this game, but I don't know how much of it is real and how much of it is focused, like I don't know, maybe some sort of scientific thing versus spiritual thing. We are all bleeding into reality. We are all experiencing a shadowy figure's dream that is bleeding into reality?
This dream, we feel like we're wandering this place, trying to find a way out. Out to family, out to home. But we cannot. We can only get to the seance. It's blocking us. But it's not really us. There is something at the back of the dream. Its dream. That same entity. So we are in its dream, experiencing its desires, its fears. And when we wake, the dream bleeds into our world. For a while at least. Perhaps longer the more it is experienced.
So when we dream, when we dream and when we sleep at the manor, we are actually in the shadowy figure's dream. And his dream, or its dream, bleeds into our world when we wake up, resulting in a different perspective, almost a different perception of reality.
I wasn't aware of the changes at first. I noticed them because I
Time to
experienced the dream
confront the
more
shadowy
recently than
figure. I noticed them because I experienced the dream more lucidly than before.
which would explain why none of the others have mentioned the bleed in their journals or conversations. Well, regardless, everything points to the seance. I believe this entity spoke to me. True Miss Dean. It wants us to gather at the seance and help free it. I had a bad feeling about that event before. But now, it's clear that I must
Stop as many people as possible from attending. Okay. We're experiencing the dreams of some entity, and those dreams seem to bleed into our reality upon waking. Hey, nice. We got an Oniromancer achievement. We need to confront Omira. You just arrived at the hotel and you've been sleeping the entire time. Are you good? Hey, you. Wake up. Yeah, in a place like that, even I could lead a seance. It does all on its own. Uh-huh. Okay. Biad's back at the wall. Okay. What do we want to do now? What are some things that we can actually pursue? Like, we can try to find Omira. We can try to like, I have no idea how we're gonna help Dupre find the St. Bridget's representative. That we're just gonna have to stumble around until we stumble into it. We can try to get into Barbossa's room, but that would at least we have to wait until 5 o'clock. 10 more minutes to do it. I don't know, I feel like the number of leads almost is running a little bit low. Other than just randomly searching people's rooms, we haven't... It's probably running low because we haven't searched people's rooms for a while. This one we can't really do much about right now. The Haunting. Research Irish mythology? Okay, let's go research Irish mythology, since that's one of the leads in the thing. Find a mask for later? I fear they won't let you in. Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't mentioned... Like, the game hasn't specifically said that we don't have a mask. So, I will save it for later. It's not a high priority. They might just give me one, yeah. A collection of books on the 4 cycles of Irish mythology are here, alongside writings on supernatural sites and... Look up the Tuatha De Danann. Look up the veil. This doesn't cost time. The veil is the barrier between living and the dead, the mundane world and the spirit world. There are times and places when the veil thins and interaction between the two worlds becomes easier, for better or for worse. The veil may thin in places that have seen great tragedy or in places of magical significance. As for time, it is known that the veil is thinnest on All Hallows Eve, and this is when the sprites of many kinds may walk the earth. Oh yeah, that's coming up. And be seen even by those who usually would not encounter such things. It is also when communication through the veil is easiest. As such, traditionally, any attempts to contact the dead are made in this period of the year, as they are known to be most successful at this time. Look up Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha De Danann, or people of Danu, are the old gods of Ireland, with Danu being a sort of Earth Mother type entity representing the land itself. Maybe, yeah, maybe the entity is Tuatha De Danann, right? A race of beings, each twice the height of a man. Okay, that is consistent with unnatural abilities. Like the gods of many classical mythologies, each one had areas of expertise, though there was much overlapping and infighting as a result. They lived across Ireland for countless centuries and battled with various otherworldly foes. There's a book here with some of the Tuatha De Danann listed in it. Book of Irish Gods. Research the old gods. Which ones? What? I didn't read the last sentence. What was the last sentence? Maybe I can just check it again. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is folklore. Oh, it's not giving me the thing again about the look up something. God damn it. Research the old gods. Not history. Spiritual Irish folklore. Alsi. Alsi is another name for the old gods and the faith and the fae. People of the mound covers all entities that come from the other world. This covers the fae folk, the old gods, and any other range of creatures from that place. For some, ghosts are also included as the other world encompasses the Irish land of the dead. The fae themselves range in power from godlike, legendary figures to the types more thought to commonly occur and roam the landscape. Often looking to cause mischief or harm such that to invite their attention is considered bad luck. The nature of the fae, as with humanities, varies by instance, but an estimate can be made by the type of fae in question. Some look to cause harm, some are portents of ill tidings, but do not seem to cause it themselves. And some, though these cases are occasional, may even be beneficial to those encountering them. Regardless, it is widely held that the safest course of interaction with the fae is to not interact with them at all. What is Fear Gorta? Man of Hunger. The type of apparition that is linked to the Great Famine. Though there are alternate accounts that considered an omen of further famine to come, taking the form of starving person. The Fear Gorta is a spirit of hunger who will follow people to ask for food. Should it catch its prey, it will not hesitate to consume them to satisfy its hunger. Always unsuccessful in questioning its hunger, it then seeks out a new victim. Jesus. Washerwoman, or the Bean Nye, is an instance of the other folk providing unwelcome news without exhibiting aggression or violence. The apparition is said to appear before battle, where she will be seen washing the bloody armor of those to die, as if they are already dead. Is it said she appears at battlegrounds as she feeds off of grief? Perhaps this is why she shows visions to those who die, but we saw it in the fountain. How do I look up the old gods? Spiritualism? I thought Aoshi was looking up the old gods. Second sight? I have read that there were old Irish gods. I should find out more. I should learn more about the Tuatha De Danann. I don't understand. Nothing? It's just not unlocked. You have to unlock them. Is there a history section? There is, but I don't think gods would be under history. Accounts from across the globe as to the key events and figures throughout all recorded time. There's nothing even unlocked here. Irish history. Standing stones, or menhir, are large, deliberately placed stones found around the world, but especially in Ireland. There's no consensus on the purpose of standing stones. There are no records detailing it. Is this like Stonehenge? Is standing stones like Stonehenge? Nor any surviving traditions that can be reliably traced. However, there are several theories as to their purpose. Those most commonly held would posit that they mark the boundaries of territories, or that they had ritual significance to old druidic religion. Some menhir, Cloch Fada, in the Irish tongue, are found to be inscribed with a long forgotten and therefore indiscernible language. Game does say an old god's dream is bleeding into your reality, yeah? She still won't talk to me, I guess, right?
I'll see.
Maybe we can drink together? Celtic culture is indeed fascinating, yes. Okay. Who else can we, like, discuss the old gods with? A lot. Faye. Who would know? I mean, she would know. We already talked with her. She's, like, probably the biggest expert. The fight? We're just trying to determine who it was between these two. Alright, let's go to Mr. Scarrett's room. Let's go to Mr. Scarrett's room. Scarrett is in the atrium, 18. Wait, how did I come out? Oh, I came out the library the other way. Damn it, there's someone on the other side as well. Okay, let's just go into a random room then. Barbosa's there, Scarrett's here, they're both here. We don't need to go. Let's go into Mr. We've already been in Mr. O'Meara's room. Let's go into Miss Quinn's room. She's not here. She's not here right now. Let's go to Miss Quinn's room. Maybe we'll have some information about Evelyn and Dean since they were friends. They're actually staying next to each other. Okay. Pretty sizable room. Journal. What are these dreams trying to tell me? That I'm close to my goal? The answer feels so near. Down the next corridor, behind the next sigil. I must keep searching. She's been in the... Okay, so the people who are tired, they've been in the dream the longest, and their perception of reality is the most warped. Maybe what I seek is at the seance. Maybe this is a dream's message. They might be the hardest to convince to not attend the seance. Some drawings, I'm not sure of what. Perhaps you should stick to poetry. Huh? Poetry book? A published book of Miss Quinn's poetry with scraps and paper containing annotations and drafts tucked between the pages. Okay. Stationery. A book. Like, should I check what that book is? Maybe it's the one that she's looking for. God damn. A brooch? A brooch containing a lock of hair. The back says Alexander Quinn, 1865 to 1896. Someone close to her, a relative that just died last year. Discussion update washerwoman? Huh? More photos of who? A collection of mementos of deceased family members. Oh, 16 deaths in 30 years. Her whole family has been dying? A locket with two names etched into the framing. Alma and Julia. There's a photograph in either side, each of a young girl. They look quite a lot like Miss Quinn. I suppose they would be her siblings. Everybody in her family is dying. 16 people in 30 years. Even babies. Ah. Grimoires. Phones. More photos. Let's read the grimoire, since most of them printed, one in Miss Quinn's hand, and all of them annotated and nearly worn out of the spine. It seems that they've been used extensively over the years, and the handwritten one seems to be the product of enormous time and effort. Dude, I really wonder what happens if you are in somebody's room and the hour changes and they come back to the room. Like, maybe you just won't get caught, and after you leave the room, then they just magically teleport into the room and you can't go in anymore. Maybe. Those are all going to be photos of... I don't think that's going to be anything new. I see this a lot. I wonder if that has to do with the spirit. There's a talk, huh? Looking at an empty sheet of paper takes time. Browsing through an entire library is not really a magical place. Okay. What's she doing in the corner over there? Is that... That's Quinn. There is... Oh, we're in the second part now. What we know of ghosts in the drawing room. He's still at the bar. Doyle's still at the bar. We can see if Barbosa and Scarret are still in their rooms or not. Okay, she's not there. But if I go in right now, he's not there either. If I go in right now, I'm gonna miss the talk. I should go to the talk first, I think. But, like, I'm gonna probably be in here for the entire hour. Is the sad part. Mantovani's talking.
Ciao. For those of you I have not yet had the pleasure of... So, grazie mille for attending. Now,
So many people here.
I will speak with you about ghosts, spirits, phantoms. There is still much we don't know about ghosts, you must think. And this is true. Yet, there is plenty to speak on. So do not worry. We do know that not all dead linger. Only those bound to a place, an object, a person stay. Why? This we do not know yet for certain. It is theorized that all spirits are bound, fettered, by an emotional component. Death in a place, obsession with an object, love or anger to a person. By their nature, they're hard to define. And yet, even in their elusiveness, sì, questo funzionerà. We find them everywhere.
He's trying to figure out the English.
By their many names, they are all across the world. There are many formations. Some echo the grief they left upon the world and are blind to the living, while others are vengeful and aggressive, haunting a person or place and causing everything from psychological to physical damage.
So I wonder if the shadowy figure is a spirit or an old god
Regardless,
or what?
no single spectre has been able to directly communicate.
Probably a
But tomorrow
spirit.
night, Ah, tomorrow night we intend to change this.
I don't know. They did say the Tuatha De Danann, right? They said Tuatha De Danann, but maybe Tuatha De Danann are just spirits.
So, what stops them from speaking? Is it a physical matter? No, it cannot be, as they interact with the world in other ways. Blowing papers off desks, snuffing candles, sometimes even striking people. Perhaps the limitation is in their lungs, then. Well, no. Many wail and moan, after all. Could it be they have nothing to say? I do not think so. Many a mystic, myself included, believe the spirits have given us a feeling of things they once said.
Either the Blake founder or the Blake murderer is high on my list for the shadowy figure. Oh, maybe. Yeah, the guy who trapped two people, because he's dead.
There is a chance this is wishful thinking on
Could be
our
his
parts.
spirit. Percival.
But I believe so many have felt this, that at least one person must be correct. Maybe they simply cannot speak for themselves? This we cannot rule out, and is to be my conclusion, if our seance does not bear fruit.
I think it would make a lot of sense. Percival, he's dead. He would be a spirit. He's kind of evil. And he's bound to this place. Because he was drowned. He was drowned. Right? He was basically drowned on purpose by people for his crimes, his shadiness.
So, why do I have such hopes for this seance? This I have been doing for a long time. When you invite a ghost to speak with you, there are always limits. The strength of the spirit, the skill of the medium, the thickness of the veil. All of these things can make it difficult for a ghost to manifest. We see their forms on occasion. We feel the echoes of their emotion. But these things do not require expense. They sustain themselves somehow. This we do not understand. It takes effort for a spirit to be more than echoes, to make a more conscious connection with the world of the living. This is an age of science, yes? So, let me speak in those terms. We think of ghosts as waveforms. Spiritual waveforms. A soul rippling long past the death of its host. Its shell. They are in a frequency we cannot easily see. In daytime, they are almost invisible to us. At night,
They're in a frequency.
easier to see. The less interference around, lights, other people, and so on, the easier still. If you have noticed animals behaving strangely, this is because they see different wavelengths to us. As is with light, the atmosphere blocks the wavelength of light. The same is true for spiritual wavelengths. But at this time of year, the veil, or spiritual atmosphere, is at its thinnest. And then there is you. Those gathered. People attuned to the mystical, coming together to work as a... Qual è la parola? A net. To catch the signal. No, net is not correct. Che cos'è? Ah, my words let me down. But look, if you do not believe me, I'm told that crows are a symbol of your Irish death goddess. They are gathering.
We have been seeing some crows.
And at night, the dead are roaming. I think they line up for the chance to speak to us. Imparting a
Waveform.
warning. We understand ghosts to be the disembodied souls of the old selves, sometimes less or incomplete as to how the... So, tomorrow, when the veil is at its thinnest, mind your words. These spirits were once people. They are the intangible remains, and they will be just as driven as they ever were, if not more.
Dun dun dun. Okay. We didn't learn too much except for the waveforms. That was what the thing that unlocked from this talk. Researching waveforms, so we should probably do that. Remember, Scarrett's here. Dude, oh my, look at how many people are here. O'Meara is not here. The one person I want to confront is not here. Callahan's always here. The younger Callahan. He's like taking the video of this stuff. Or photos of this stuff. These two are like very close. I see them together all the time at breakfast, at the walled garden and stuff. Anything about soul jars? Well, simply put, Mr. Ward, they are as they sound. They're jars for storing souls and not something I see used beyond the most extremes of circumstances. Tuatha De Danann. Have you heard of the Tuatha De Danann? The old gods of Ireland, not defeated by mankind, but tricked by them. I always wondered if they lurk about plotting their revenge. They were tricked by mankind. If you are keen, I believe the library stocks a few books on the matter. That's what he said, but
Not at all, Mr. Ward.
I already checked the library.
Mr. Ward.
We need to go back and check again, I guess. Tuatha De Danann. This literally, it means the folk of the goddess Danu. They are the race that preceded humanity in Ireland. While we know where they are now, or where they ended up as such, where they came from originally is unknown. They are somewhat analogous to gods, though that is more dependent on the specific character rather than the race. Or maybe a better way to put it is that they were all godlike, but what godlike means is subjective. What do you know about the Fae? Can refer to a few things. Generally, though, the Fae are thought to be inhabitants of the other world. It is unclear if they can cross over at will, or if they are trapped here, looking for a way home. They are seen more often in dark, rural parts of the land where the cities and towns haven't invaded the land as thoroughly. They are most real, most present on this planet at this time of year. Samhain. A worry for us as Spantavoni and company undertake to pierce the veil. Might they see this as a way home? Hopefully not. Found a pile of twigs and horsehair. Does this mean to you? You have magpie building a nest, or someone is practicing witchcraft. But horsehair, maybe the stables is a good place to check. I mean, yeah, I got them from the stables.
I have to be on. Be well.
So, like, Tuatha De Danann I've already discussed with everybody. I thought maybe this would trigger something with our mystery here about the haunting. Research the old gods. Learn more about the Tuatha De Danann. I need to go and find the right book in the library, I guess. Or the right research in the library. O'Meara. There's some unique things that I can talk to with O'Meara and Father Sinnot. Angels. Okay. I mean, maybe I can try to talk to Quinn. Maybe she'll talk to me in this room. Fetters. Don't you know anything about fetters, Miss Mentavani? These are what binds us to this world after death. They're unfinished business. Only for the dead, they say. It starts with the living. Always business, always unfinished, always something to do, or what would be the point? Why some can leave it behind and others not? That is down to the person's personality and the situation. Strange device. Do you know what the strange device in the atrium is for? Is it not a measure of how successful we will be? This is what the Marquess tells me. I cannot recall what it measures. The Marquess told her that, huh? I cannot recall what it measures. Ghost or the veil or such? Ah, I don't know. Sorry. Interesting. Which one of these people is the Marquess here? I very rarely get to talk to him.
Of course.
I only talked to him like that one time, I think.
What? Listen, sir,
Talk to
I
the
don't
Marquess
want
about the...
Unless you have that book, I'm afraid
She's
I just
still
don't
not
have
talking
time
to me.
talk.
So I'll ask Marquess Blake about the strange device when I see him. Okay. Scare it.
We meet again.
Memento Mori. Have you heard anything about the Quinns having an unfortunate number of deaths in the family? Oh yes, I have. Terrible business that. Really done a number on their line. Something about rooting out Irish rebels against the crown, I think. A curse is a small price to pay for service to crown and country. Curse. A curse. The Marquess is trying to commune with his dead wife. Maybe she's the washing woman shadow figure. Yeah, I guess he's probably trying to commune with his dead wife. Yes, that makes sense.
Good.
Curse. We can talk about curse with these people.
Mr. Ward.
Do I understand right that Miss Quinn's family is under some sort of curse? Ah, she's of the same Quinns, I take it. I have heard something about that, a family cursed with misfortune and early graves. A damn shame it has Miss Quinn. I don't especially enjoy her company, but she doesn't deserve that.
I have to be on. Be well.
Does she know about
Hello, Mr.
curses? The Quinn family have a curse on them. What's this supposed to do? Well, I didn't ask, but I think there must have been a Quinn like Quarantine in our circles at least once before, because it's not an unknown quantity. From what I've heard, it is supposed to drive them to early graves. The means? I don't know, but I've heard of illness, accident, murder. I've no doubt Miss Quinn has overcome some odds to be here in the first place. Poor darling.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care.
Oh god, move.
Ah, damn.
I have heard that Miss Quinn's family is under some sort of curse. Ah, so she's one of those Quinns. It all makes sense now. That's a lot of tragedy for one family, but they did visit it upon themselves, at least in the beginning. She seems like a nice girl herself, though. I hope it doesn't get her. We could do with more people like her around. Nothing really...
I'll let
You take care.
Nothing really, like, crazy. I think we're gonna go out now. I want to save here before I go out. And then I'm gonna go check the library, maybe. Check Scarrett's room. Tuatha de Danann. Celtic religious symbols, Celtic crosses. What is Drowie? Practitioners of magic. Yeah, okay. Blake history. Percival Blake. Mary Blake. Wilhelmina Blake takes time. This stuff we've already... Maybe we'll look up Mary Blake. Who the hell's Wilhelmina? Information on Mary Blake. Read on. After her marriages to Jonathan Blake, In 1881, she gained the title of Marchioness. Marchioness Blake established the Blake Foundation in 1890. Through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, ragged schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns and villages under Connacht. The Marchioness committed much of the Blake fortune to the foundation and organized fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain. She spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools and privately funded the university's education of over 40 pupils. Marchioness Blake took up a position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of her community and the very image of a God-fearing woman until her death in 1894. Tuatha de Danann. Oh, so much reading. I just want to see if any of these trigger the Tuatha de Danann. Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, founded in England, focuses divine magic and spiritual development. Oy. Artwork. Drawing of an unusually detailed lock. I wonder if it's a diagram from a real lock from somewhere. It has swans at the bottom. Huh. Turnip heads? Lanterns adorning doorsteps. Yeah, okay. We've seen that here. Aoshi, this would be what you were looking up for Tuatha de Danann, right? But it's not. Irish mythology. The Tuatha de Danann. I missed a... The problem is, there was a line here right after looking up Tuatha de Danann that said that there should be a book around here about it. And I missed it. I missed what that was saying. Shoot. I feel like maybe... Oh, here. This book. No, this is the same thing. Lucid dreaming, medical codes. I think it was probably just saying something like I should be able to find a book about the old gods here. Someone must have borrowed this book if it's not here. White heather is found in abundance. Several types. Most common one is known as ling. Much rarer variety of ling with white flowers is also observed to grow in the region, associated with battles and conflict, but is thought to bring good luck. Inclusion in bridal bouquets. I already know that. Waveforms. In physics, it is understood that there are some forces that move in a manner akin to the best portrayed by a charted wave. This is where waveforms are. Whether this wave is a visual interpretation of a literal wave or less literal visual representation of increased decrease of quality is to be determined by the graph itself. Archaeology, geography, world mythology. Is there anything world mythology? No. Okay, man. I feel like it's gotta be, like, somebody's gotta have this book somewhere. There's a book about the old gods somewhere that is not in the library. It was taken, maybe. Alright, we're going to Barbossa's room if she's see if she's still here. She's not here, right? If we go here, we can talk to if we can find the local land record, we can talk to Quinn. It'll unlock some conversation with Quinn. Not that one. Land records book. That's the one. A book on local historical land records from the turn of the century. The spine is broken. Schedule. Miss Barbossa's schedule for the week. Hi, Barbossa. She's not doing anything tonight? She's not going to the ball? Tomorrow she's gonna be at the stables, in the lobby, and the telegraph room. Telegraph room again. She keeps checking about her father. A puzzle box? It's beautiful, and it looks like it won't open without some effort. It looks like to open it, I'll need to navigate the emerald into the rightmost extrusion. This is just like the puzzle with about the car parking lot puzzle. Okay, so to get this to the right, we have to move this all the way down. To move this all the way down, this has to move back. These two have to move all the way back. These have to move up. This has to move forward. And this has to then move up here. This has to go there. So it's going to be something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hold on. This has to go. These two have to be all the way back. These both have to be up. This can go up. This has to be... Can I do this? Ah! This is hard. This is pretty tricky. Wait. Okay, I was wrong. It's not the same mechanic as the parking lot game. I was wrong. You can move these sideways? You don't have to move them in the direction that they're pointing? That's so easy then. A photograph of a younger Ines Barbossa with a woman who bears a striking resemblance to her. Her mother, perhaps. The only thing of note here is the following. Why do my dreams have me stuck in this place? It's endless halls and confusing doors. I want to get out, but I cannot. The night that the dream does not wake me up, I ended up at the seance. I think my father is there. Burial record from the late last year is mostly in Portuguese. From what I can make out, it seems to be for Miss Barbossa's mother. Photograph of a younger, yeah. Dude, every time I look at it, I have to spend one? I thought... What? It lists only one surviving relative, Ines Barbossa. Local historical land records. Huh? What is that? Travel documents detailing a journey from Brazil. In March of this year, she arrived in Lisbon, then worked her way up to Ireland over 3 months. She was in Ireland for about 6 weeks before this event. Okay. I think we're done here. Let's go in here. Wait, I've already been in here before. This is Scarrett's room. Yeah. I didn't need to go to Scarrett's room, did I? Why did I... Oh, yeah, I did. I needed to check his shoes. I did need to go to Scarrett's room. I need to check his shoes. See if they're medium size. Shoes. Any shoes around here? There's no shoes. They're not making it that easy. Damn. How do I figure this out then? It's down to these two people, Omira or Scarrett. Omira said he claims he was in his room praying on Tuesday. Mr. Scarrett said he was relaxing fireside in the library. And neither of those, I don't think I have like a statement of either of those that I can use as something to discuss with other people. Yeah. Damn, what am I missing? That's annoying. I felt like the shoes thing, there were shoes in Omira's room. I felt like that should have been something that would have given us an answer on whether it could be him or not. Like if he has small shoes or large shoes and non-medium shoes, then it eliminates him. Alright. Men's bathroom. I've never been in here before. A communal washroom for men staying in the manor. Never been in here before. I wonder if there's any evidence in here. I don't know, I feel like this is going to be a waste of time. Hold on. There's also... Oh, these are closets. Taps of warm water on request. There must be a boiler on site. Like, what is that? Is that relevant at all? Cleaning supplies. We're getting down to the last 5 minutes of the hour. Looks relaxing. Perhaps I can take some time to think on the case here later. Yeah, this is all waste of minutes. Okay. Oh.
You really haven't seen her then, sir? Miss Dean?
I am so sorry, my dear, but truly I haven't. I do wish we'd had the time, but Miss Dean and I barely got the chance to speak.
But sir, that just isn't true. You were with her. I saw her. She was in your room.
Ah. So Coventry is being impacted by the dream?
Good heavens, Miss Murphy. Where does this fixation with Miss Dean come from? It's going
Or
to
he's
get you into
lying?
trouble one day.
Boss,
Think, dear child. What if Mr. Varley could hear you now? Talking about his guests this way.
You're right, sir. I'm
Maybe he's
sorry.
just lying. Kind of sounds
Oh, it's
sus,
hardly
the way he's
your
threatening
fault,
her.
miss. Someone of Miss Dean's standing simply shouldn't be so careless with her fraternizations. You and that bellboy seem to have the same stars in your eyes at the very mention of her name.
Is this not evidence? I can't, like... I can't discuss that with anybody? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I can just walk up to them. Hello?
Mr. Ward.
Anything to talk about? Coventry. Did we eliminate Coventry?
Good day.
And to you.
I think he had an alibi. He was at the bridge game, okay. Okay.
I'll leave you.
Evelyn was in Coventry's room. Okay, so Coventry is definitely really sus. Coventry is super sus. Has stains on his hands and clothes. Maybe from using the chimney charm. Dean was seen in his room by what's her name? Sawyers? What is this girl's name? Murphy? Sawyers Murphy? The cook. What do I know about him? Coventry. But he denied it and threatened her. Investigate his room 22, stained hands. It's 5:56. What's happening at 6 o'clock? I can't go into Coventry's room. Okay. You know, once we got the keys to all these rooms, except these 2 rooms, I felt like, meta-wise, there must be some late-game secret in these 2 rooms. Finn is kind of eliminated because he arrived after she disappeared. Coventry, though, super sus. Don't mind me going into the ladies' room. I was thinking if there was a way that I could eavesdrop on Coventry through here, because his room is next to the ladies' room. This is... Can't interact with this. We can't go into Coventry's room. So where do we go? I could go into... Is McLeod and Ivy staying in the same room? No, Loud. They're staying next to each other. Okay. So we could check out one of their rooms. Check Lau's room. Collection of records, 7,000 words often mispronounced by Will something. Okay. Oops. Shrine to her husband, her late husband. Candles, petals, offerings of food and money. It seems to be a shrine. A photo of her wedding day and then a death photo of the same man. I don't have dates of either event, but she's not old enough for either to be very long in the past. Clearly, she still mourns his passing. Oh, and look under. There's nothing of interest under here. Damn it. Oh, I'm stuck. Jewelry. Lockbox. Letter. Half-written letter in which Mrs. Lau details what she thinks is happening in the manor. It talks a lot about how this place is cursed because they are not honoring their ancestors or themselves. She says they are careless with their actions and intentions. Of course, bad luck follows them. She works hard to cover it, perhaps to be taken more seriously. But Mrs. Lau is a lot more superstitious than she... I didn't finish that one. I pressed enter too fast, but let's read it again. She works hard to cover it, perhaps to be taken more seriously, but she is a lot more superstitious than she lets on, yeah. Okay. A box that requires a key to open. If it's not on Mrs. Lau's person, it's likely to be somewhere in this room. It's got a little flower symbol and an eye. Topic of Vampires, Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. What the hell? There's little of interest to me in here. Psychology book, a small but densely printed book named On the Nature and Workings of the Human Mind.
I should close the mystery of who fought with Miss Dean. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful.
I was trying to look at I was thinking about if the jewelry could be a key. The game wants me to finish the mystery of who fought with Miss Dean. This is the second time they've said that. Earlier... But, like, how? I feel like I've tried. I tried looking at the boot prints in the hedge maze to see if one side was... I don't even have the option of guessing. I need to find evidence that proves it. Maureen and other poems. I can see nothing of note about it. Chest of drawers. Look in the clothes. No key hidden around here. Holy Bible. There's stuff on the bed. A number of items are under a pillow, including a small key. Yoink. Oh. What is this? Her journal. Ivy won't listen. She startles like a stray cat when I try and talk to her about anything remotely sincere. And all for what, damn Evelyn Dean? Not an ounce of conscience in her, and now Ivy is set on finding herself a husband. I don't see a way in which things will go well from here if this course is not altered, but Ivy has made it very clear that she does not want me to do a thing. So I know what I have to do. I have to ensure she is confused just enough that she won't see what I'm doing and attempt to stop me. I knew Lau was shady. That's why I entered her room first and not McLeod's. Okay, she's up to something. She maybe is the one that is clouding Ivy's vision, second sight vision. Thankfully, I now know how to temper her gift after last summer's terrible trip to India. A similar dose here will soften her ability just a while, and I can see this done, God forgive me. Marriage plans. Details of marriage plans found in Victoria's journal. Marriage to who, though? 34525 is not a date, so what is it? A password? Diary code? Perhaps if Ivy does marry, I should take that as a sign to do my duty and return back to my husband's family. So now that sigil could prove useful, you know against whom Ivy needs protection from. Yeah, maybe. Oh, ancestors, sometimes I wish I had not tasted this Western freedom. But it doesn't sound like Lau is using magic against her. It sounds like she's using something physical, some chemical that she's ingesting or like slipping into her coffee or something. Sometimes I wish I had not tasted this Western freedom. I'm not sure I could give it up under any circumstance. No luck, damn it all. Wherever Miss Dean has hidden whatever it is she acquired on us, I just cannot find it. It's not in her room. What wicked lengths she's gone to just to make us miserable. What lengths I'm going to just to undo it. I hate this and I hate her. Is it too much to just be left in peace? That's all I want. At this rate, I see no other recourse than to confront her. I shall arrange a meeting and we will see how proud and austere she is then. And whether she has any heart at all. And if she does not, I don't know what I'll do, but I will have to do something. I know that. It sounds like Evelyn Dean was blackmailing her? And for what? Damn Evelyn Dean, not an ounce of conscience in her. And now Ivy is set on finding herself a husband. How's that related? Evelyn Dean has something to do with Ivy wanting to find her husband? Lord, this place. I have just returned from the ladies' bathroom. I swear I saw a ghost. Ha! Still am I shocked? Still I am shocked by this place. I entered to find a woman washing a shawl in the bathtub. Thinking her a guest, I excused myself, but as she rose up, I knew that not to be true. The washer woman was there. I can ask her about the washer lady. Her body twisted in unnatural ways. She looked at me, though I cannot recall her face. She screamed. Oh, such a scream. Many lifetimes of anguish in that scream. I fell backwards. When I scrambled away, I noticed she was gone. Nonetheless, I went to a bathroom on another floor with great trepidation. Something is scratched out. Intent to harm. A scratched out note suggests Mrs. Lau's problem would go away if Evelyn Dean was to die. It looks like it says, in fact, I know full well what would need to happen. Evelyn Dean would have to die. So that's a motive. I need to talk to Lau about washerwoman. Talk to Lau about washerwoman. Medium shoes from Lau. The person who Evelyn fought with is a man. Because a witness heard a man's voice, her arguing with a man. I need to unlock that thing. Understand Miss McLeod's actions. Why is Miss McLeod suddenly chasing a husband? I should look into her motive for this. Documents, cufflinks, ticket, dagger, drugs, a bottle of quinine powder. Why would Mrs. Slough have this? Quinine, what are the drugs for? It's like an anti-magic thing. Documents, a number of documents that appear to belong to Miss Dean. I doubt they were given to Mrs. Lau for safekeeping. She stole them from room 15. This is a way, also an early game hint on which room Dean was in. A luggage ticket for Bay 12 on the back is neatly labeled as belonging to one Miss Evelyn Dean. Luggage reclaim ticket 12. Cufflink. A man's single cufflink. It has the initials SC on it. That's Coventry. SC is Coventry. Dagger. What could Mrs. Lau want with this? Why does she have it at all? A lot of evidence all of a sudden. What is this code for? 34525. There's no blood on it. We know for certain it was Dean wrestling with a man. Yeah, maybe it was Lau. Coventry trying to save Dean because he uncovered what you just have too. So the information that it's a man comes from an eyewitness. It's possible that information is wrong. Mr. Doyle informed me of the incident. Mr. Doyle was the one who informed me that Miss Dean fought with a male. I'm saying that the woman in that struggle wasn't Dean. Oh. I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that, like, twisty or complicated. And, like, her boots have heels. It definitely wasn't her, right? It was a man's boot in the hedge maze. No heels. It's 6 o'clock now. Now they're talking. Are there tickets for the luggage room? Yes, sir. We had to number the luggage room bay. It stops the bags being confused. See? Okay.
I'll leave. Good.
Hello.
Angels? You believe in angels? The Lord sends his messengers to care for each and every one of us, sir, I'm certain. On the days when my heart is full and my mind is free from cares, I give special thanks to them.
I'll be off.
God bless.
Okay. Did I miss a thing? No, okay. No, I did not miss a thing. I was worried that I missed a talk somewhere. There are people at the bar. How do I go to the bar? How are those guests getting to the bar, but I can't get to the bar? I don't remember talking to anybody about the bar. Skill issue, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna snoop around in McLeod's room. Nobody's on the other side. Let's see if I can find out why she wants to get a husband all of a sudden. And what does that have to do with Dean? Journal. Victoria wants to investigate herself, of course, and see that Miss Dean no longer has the means to threaten us. But I've told her she absolutely cannot. If we are discovered doing such a thing, it will just be scandal upon scandal. I will find a husband instead, so even if Miss Dean does make public what she knows, it will hold little weight. I was right! My lesbian radar was right on the money. So Ivy McLeod and Mrs. Lau are in a lesbian relationship. Evelyn Dean found out, threatened to expose them, and now Ivy is rushing to find herself a husband so that he can be her lesbian beard. It might not even be so terrible. I can hope, at least, can I not? A list of names, the first three of which are marked off. Rory Callahan, Michael Scarrett, and Walter Blake. Are these people that she intends on asking for marriage? Michael Scarrett is so old. Walter Blake is a child. Aha, the scissor ritual. The fourth name, Cathal O'Meara, is not marked off. She wants to marry that guy? That's why they're meeting. They're about to have a meeting in the ladies' changing room. Like later tonight. The last few days have been terrifying. I feel so vulnerable not being able to see anything beyond the mundane. I just know Dean is behind it. Nope, it's your lesbian lover. I've decided I'm going to ask Derek for help. I didn't want him to worry him. Hunter? Derek Hunter? But he'll have something for this, surely. Thank goodness he's here. So did she really ask Mr. Hunter for help? I should investigate further. That's us talking. So I have agreed to meet Mr. O'Meara on Saturday at 7 p.m. in the gents' changing room, an undignified meeting place, but hopefully no one will disturb us there. I'll find some way to excuse myself from dinner. Victoria needn't know. Mr. Hunter and Miss McLeod seem to have had a close bond from before this event. Miss McLeod fears the loss of her second sight, casting the blame on Miss Dean. She appears she has asked Mr. Hunter for help. Dream imagery. Small shoes. It's interesting that they pointed out that it's small. This is the code. 34525. Letter. A letter claiming to have evidence of a romantic relationship between Miss McLeod and Mrs. Lau. You need this little romantic indiscretion with Mrs. Lau not to come to light, and I could use the loyalty of a seer. Come and talk to me, Ivy. We shall work something out. It's signed ED. So Evelyn Dean blackmailed her to make... Basically, to take a... She wants Ivy McLeod to be her personal seer to tell her what's going to happen in the future. Blackmail letter. Huge. Chimney charm is linked to the blackmail letter. Ah, Derek Hunter was helping Ivy and installed the chimney charm inside Dean's chimney to try to stop her from using magic on Ivy, I guess. Created the charm to protect Miss McLeod from Miss Dean. What is their relationship? Oh, I can do a hypothesis. Ivy's McLeod's goal is to find a fiance to cover up her relationship with Mrs. Lau. Okay.
Miss McLeod means to cover up a relationship under fear of blackmail. I should find and confront her about this.
Confront! Confront unlocked. Very cool. Very nice. Tarot deck. Book. Photograph. When she was much younger with Hunter? This must be Mr. Hunter. They both look much younger. These must have been taken some time ago. Odd for her to have this. They must be close for her to have kept it so long. Is Hunter her father? Or something? What the heck? Drinking water. Stationary. Protestant cross. She's Protestant, not Catholic. She will attend the Protestant Mass, then, I guess. Work on dream imagery and techniques. A lucid dream state will allow one a degree of control in one's dream and can be a jolly fun way of adding the feeling of freedom into one's life. First, find a comfortable place. So ease of drifting to sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Musical tracks. We know about this already. Okay. Okay. Nice progress being made now. Glad we investigated their rooms. Now, where do we go? Now, I think we just walk around and see who we can find. I want to confront O'Meara. I want to confront McLeod. I probably want to confront Lau, too. I don't think I can confront Lau yet. Additional one action on the mind map. Okay. Let's go in the library and research quinine powder. That will maybe allow us to confront Lau. Ah, she's here. I have the book.
Listen.
Give the records book. You can keep the records book?
Wait, you... Look at that. You do indeed. Where was it?
Miss Barbosa had it.
How did she get it? Of course. I loaned it to her during tea and then forgot. Too many late nights researching. Speaking of which...
She actually loaned it to her.
78. Thank you, sir. You've helped me a lot. I don't know why you would, but you have. I don't think... I haven't seen you before the incident with the bird, unless I'm wrong.
I don't think I've seen you before the incident with the bird. Oh, yeah.
Rest assured, miss, we haven't met. My name's Declan Ward. I've only arrived recently.
This is such a late
Even then,
introduction.
I could still have missed you if you hadn't come by the library, I mean. Anyhow, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Ward. My name is Quarantine Quinn. You can call me Quarantine, and I might now owe you a favor. But for now, thank you sincerely. And do please excuse me, I have work to do.
Okay, nice. We got on her good side. She left, so we won't be able to talk to her. Scrap of paper. She seems to have left something behind. A part of a note remains on the back. Ritual requires a body of water. I can use the bathtub in the ladies on the first... What is Miss Quinn planning? We can discuss it with her next time we see her. Okay. Medicine. Quinine powder. Extracted in India from the bark of the cinchona tree, quinine was used in 17th century South America as a treatment for malaria and fevers. Through British trade networks, quinine became commonplace in Irish medicine as a general fever remedy. It can be purchased from chemists and apothecaries in pre-mixed tinctures and tonics, as well as in pill and powder form. Quinine sulfate powder is often sold in small quantities without the need for a prescription. Due to its dreadfully bitter taste, it is recommended to mix it with water, sugar, or spirits for easier consumption. In high doses, its side effects may include dizziness, numbness, and dulling of the senses. In severe cases, it can cause nausea, confusion, and temporary blindness. Yet, quinine remains the preferred option for many as its side effects are less harmful and addictive than most opioid alternatives. Lau put it in her drinking water, in Ivy's drinking water. We need to go back to Ivy's room and look at the drinking water. Although its distribution has been regulated since 1868, along with opiates and arsenic-based substances, high doses of quinine can still be obtained in Ireland from local chemists' shops upon presentation of a physician's order. Okay. This way. Is there somebody in my room? The hell? Who was the doctor that she got the prescription from? Yeah, one of the doctors here. Who goes there? Halt! Was the
I
spirit?
don't see anyone.
I could have sworn I heard laughter. Come out, wherever you are. Under the bed. What the fuck? Dude, this is gonna jump scare us. They're gonna jump scare us. I'm scared. Oh god. There's nothing else here. That had to be a spirit, right? What if I go back now? Even if it was... God, that's freaky. Damn it. Oh. Oh, man. Hey, Scholar. How you doing? I'm gonna go back in her room. Look at the drinking water. Ah, it appears this water has been drugged, and the residue seems similar to that in the bag that I found in Mrs. Lau's room. But what cause could she have to drug Miss McLeod? Could this be about the blackmail letter somehow? Drugged water jar. Water jug, second sight. Ah. What is Lau's motive? Why is she drugging McLeod? What is she trying to do that she doesn't want McLeod to know? To kill Dean? Is that what she was planning? To kill Dean, and she didn't want... Basically, she intended to do something harmful to Dean, and she knew that Ivy McLeod would be able to foresee it and try to stop her, so she drugged Ivy McLeod so that she wouldn't be able to see it. Basically. Okay. Can we hypothesize about Lau yet? No. Can we go to the luggage room and see if we can access luggage ticket 12? They're in the library right now? Wasn't I just in the library? I missed them? I guess I didn't come all the way down here.
Hello?
Ah.
That's all.
Farewell, Mr. Hello, Mr. Ward.
Do we discuss first or confront first? Confront! Your goal is to find a fiance to cover up your relationship with Mrs. Lau. Not so loudly. That's such a cheesy way to talk.
But look at me.
Out of nowhere,
I don't want
Jesus.
things to be like this. I feel awful doing this to Victoria. As long as Miss Dean has her evidence, we are not safe. We'll be ruined if she decides to share it. So, all I can do is try and mitigate the damage. Even if that means... I don't want to talk about it. Please, Mr. Ward. You can't tell anyone. You can't. Please. We will be doomed.
Don't worry, miss. I won't tell a soul. I hope Mrs. Lau is handling the situation well.
Well, she's more calm than I. What will I do without her? I do hope Miss Dean doesn't succeed in driving us apart.
I think it's like... It's a little bit weird that you can have these conversations with people when there's literally another person standing there.
The only way I can see that happening is if we somehow get those awful materials and burn them. There is no other way to be free from that horrible woman's grasp.
What materials? What physical proof do they have? Find and return the blackmail material. Oh, now we can hypothesize about her. Find and return the blackmail material. If Miss Dean was blackmailing both Miss McLeod and Mrs. Lau, might I find something of use by investigating the chaperone? Victoria's Lau's goal is to hide her relationship with Miss McLeod by to save her relationship with Miss McLeod by drugging her so she can rob Miss Dean? Okay, not kill Miss Dean, but rob Miss Dean to get the blackmail material back.
I should find and confront her about this.
Why? I feel like robbing Miss Dean of the blackmail material is not something that you need to hide from Ivy McLeod. Even Ivy McLeod even is just saying, like, if only we could get the blackmail materials back. I don't have the Fool and the Madman. I lost that footage from yesterday. Didn't realize we didn't have our VPN on when we were streaming. I'm so sorry, but we'll play the deck again sometime this season.
Hello, Miss...
I'll let you be.
Take care. Hello?
Confront. Your goal is to save your relationship with Miss Cloud by drugging her so you can rob Miss Dean.
Oh, would you? Please, would you keep your voice down? I am not proud of this. I do not... Oh, God, I don't want to be doing this. This whole thing is repulsive. I tried to find the material Evelyn somehow has. Do you understand? But I couldn't find it. There didn't seem much option to me then. I don't want to think what I might have to do, but the more I consider my options, I realize that if Ivy knows what I'm doing, she can't.
So she's actually considering killing her, I
I have
guess.
no doubt I'm sinning against her, Mr. Ward. I have no illusions of that. My hope is that it is the lesser of the evils I must subject her to.
The lesser evil.
So you're right, of course. I have seen you asking questions. Your business is other people's business, I gather.
In cases like this, sometimes I wish it wasn't.
You think I don't hear myself? How horrendous this all is? I do not want to be here, Mr. Ward. Considering these things, I am doing what I think is best for Ivy. As for Miss Dean, you know I've not yet met with her, don't you? I meant to, but she never showed. Despite what I think I might have to do, I haven't hurt her. And I won't have to consider her anymore at all
If she
If-
happened.
Perhaps you could make good use of this. Could you retrieve what Miss Dean has on us? I believe she stashed it where she's made a mark on this map, but... I
Ah,
cannot
she has a
tell what
map.
this is. It does not match anywhere I've found on the ground. Perhaps you, with your keen eye and wandering spirit, might know where it leads.
Have to go soon.
Then it can all be over. A little mercy on us, sir, please. I do not deserve it, but Ivy does. And for all her sins, I do not want to hurt Miss Dean. Do it for their sake, if not mine. I only want to be left in peace. That all this might be between myself and Ivy, and no one else. That would mean...
Map of the catacombs. A map of the catacombs beneath Blake Manor. How do I even get there? I need to go talk to some of the staff to figure out how to get there.
Hello?
Yeah, has Miss McCloud had trouble sleeping since she's arrived? Not to my knowledge. Forgive me for asking, only she seems a little out of sorts during the day. Ah, well, she did mention she's not quite feeling herself. I think it's the travel and the stories about this place. What? Dude. What? Have you ever heard of quinine powder? What makes you ask? You know, Mrs. Lau, I've gone blank as to what reason I had you and that powder in my mind. I see. McClare. No reason at all. Thanks to Ivy, I got my hands on some, but it was too late. It did not save him. I found these documents, but I can't for the life of me find the owner. Might you recognize them? Documents that... But how the... I have the key right... Where did it go? You know, I'm rather sick of games, Mr. Ward. I've been toyed with enough for a lifetime. We share an inclination for room searching, do we? Fine. You stay out of my business, Evelyn Dean. I won't ask why you were sneaking about my room. Though, if your business is Miss Dean, because, ha, it is, isn't it? She's in everyone's business. You might be interested to know that the cufflink you likely saw with this finding belongs to Mr. Coventry. What do you think of that, Mr. Ward? You might want to stick your nose into his affairs and leave mine well alone. I want to confront her about
That's all,
about
Mrs.
the
Farewell, Mrs.
drugging Ivy. But it's not letting me confront her about drugging Ivy. Yeah, the cufflink is right. SC is Coventry. I need to find Mrs. Lau and confront her about my hypothesis. Oh, I guess I already did. Ask Lau about Hunter? Sure, yeah. I do need to ask them about the
Hello?
relationship with Hunter. Precious little gets past you, I see. You're not wrong. He was the groundskeeper in her family's estate for years. She's known him since she was a child, and she thinks very highly of him. Some people might think it's improper keeping a friendship with former staff, which is why they keep it quiet, but Mr. Hunter has been nothing but kind to Miss McLeod. Okay. Remind me what you want me to do with this? I think this map shows where Miss Dean stashed the material she has on myself and Ivy, but I cannot for the life of me figure it out. Where this place actually is. It's not the basement, I know that much. Is it fair to say you and Miss McLeod are quite close? Of course. I'm her chaperone. Dude, there's still... Some might say you're very, very close if you catch my meaning. This is like, yeah... Some of this stuff I feel like should change after you've already confronted them.
That's all, Mrs.
Farewell, Mr.
Hello, Mr. Ward.
I don't know if I should...
care.
Right, as of now... Ivy doesn't know that Lau is drugging her.
Hello, Miss.
I can't talk to her about the sigil, not the sigil, the charm. Let's see if she says something. Have you noticed anything about the drinking water here? It always tastes different when you go somewhere new, isn't it? I thought it would be nicer here, but it's almost bitter. Yeah, you can't tell her. It's not giving you an option to tell her. I think your visions might be fading because you're being drugged. What? Drugged? By whom? Well, I hesitate to say this, but Mrs. Lau would be the person with easiest access to you. Victoria? Drugging me? Oh, what a relief. Now I know you are wrong. Sir, I appreciate your concerns, but however you came to that conclusion, I am afraid you are very much mistaken. I know and trust Victoria implicitly. She would not do anything that was not in my best interest. So you can't even tattle. You can't even tattle. Okay. We are stopping here.
Let you be.
Take care.
I gotta go. But we made good progress again. We need to act on Ivy McLeod. It's the same act on both of them, right? This act is explore the catacombs. This act is find and return the blackmail material. They're in the same place. Same thing. Okay. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. It's Friday. I won't be streaming over the weekend, but we'll be back on Monday. And we'll play more Gwent and Seance of Blake Manor. Woo, this game's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to, I guess, end the game or save the game at... I need to talk to Barbosa? I don't, right? Burial, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna save the game at the luggage room, so that I remember to check luggage 12. Maybe it has some of Evelyn Dean's stuff. Okay, good night. See you guys Monday. Bye-bye.